Hello.
Good morning, all you fine gooey people. It is not Alphinius Goo, it is Gooey Mike.
But Alphinius Goo will be joining us. Gooey Mike is just sitting in for a second to help us as Alphinius is getting changed, and he had to use the facilities, so he's running just a hair late. But he is upstairs, and we will be having a great day.
He is upstairs, and he will be here.
Yes. Also, I need to center you, so I'm going to have to step away, so you're going to have to entertain the people whilst I change.
Entertain the people?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Should I talk about the Gooey sale?
I think you should absolutely talk about the Gooey sale, and in fact, I'll even put this up there for you. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Well, everybody, we have some really exciting news and some really fun things going on here over the holidays. As we kind of move into this next year and looking at starting to promote the upcoming Kickstarters and all those kind of fun things that are looking towards next year with Ed Greenwood and another one with Luke, we actually have this incredible sale that's going through the new year, which includes things like a $5 digital download for Strangely Gooey Holiday, discounts for the Darkenhaven City box, and a whole number of other things. So digitals across the board on our site are significantly discounted.
Between 30 to 50%.
Yeah, between 30 and 50%, and even significant discounts on all of our physical products and those sort of things too.
Well, not all of them.
Correct. One of my favorites, though, is actually the Mornwood. We have a really interesting and cool special going on for the Mornwood right now, where actually if you bundle and buy the Mornwood campaign along with the Blood for the Con adventure, which is discounted in itself, you can also upgrade and add all 3 of the side adventures that are included with that for 50% off.
Yes.
Which is really cool.
We actually already had someone take us up on that. So
yeah, that's
which
great.
Was awesome. I think he said he saved $100. So, and on top of that, if you buy that, you also get the physical version of A Strangely Gooey Holiday for free. So that's being thrown in with any purchase of $70 or more. So know that that's an incredibly good deal. And I ran Strangely Gooey Holiday one year for Christmas, and it was it was a blast. So
yeah, Strangely Gooey Holiday is a really fun adventure, and obviously for Blood for the Con and Mornwood. If you're looking at running a campaign like with Darkenhaven and running that city box, that one dovetails really, really well because it's right outside the city of Darkenhaven. So if you're looking at doing something like that, I'd highly recommend those kind of together because they just pair really well hand in hand.
Yes. Now, focus up here. Oh, Alphinius is coming into the office. He looks great. So
that means I get to jump off stream.
Oh, okay.
Alphinius Goo can take over.
I put it right outside the door for you because I thought, yes.
I feel like
you have a wand right here. You could use the wand.
Monty Python.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. This is Deep Cowl. What do you think, Cameraman?
Oh, I can't see your face yet. Okay.
Well, you're not supposed to see my face. That's part of the costume.
This is Dark Lord Goo.
Dark Lord Goo.
Yes, that could be canon.
Dark Lord Goo.
Dark Lord Goo.
Okay.
That we can do that.
Have a seat. Ooh, you're right up against the microphone.
Oh, there we go. How about now?
Yes. Hello.
All right. I'll return it back. I have to practice on wearing this, but it is magnificent, is it not?
It is. So our friend Marcus.
I will take this back.
Our friend Marcus Scott watched our Goo Morning Zyathé episodes and sent a costume for Alphinius so he would not feel disheveled. So
and Ms. Goo will not be able to call me that now. Thank you, Marcus. You're magnificent. I have something special coming for you, by the way. There's even a little pipe.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
It's amazing, Marcus. Thank you so much.
Beyond. Is Dak in the chat?
I do not see. I have not been following the chat very closely. Oh my God! But somebody did a ton of Twitch. Oh, we have a hype train.
We have a hype train.
We have a level 5.
Well, thank God we have a hype train because
Sorry,
I'm wearing Marcus's thing.
I
right?
wasn't watching because I was we were showing the sale, so I wasn't keeping as close.
Yeah, you were throwing a commercial up there.
Yes.
Goodness gracious! Hello, my friends. It is I, Alphinius Goo. I'm sorry I'm late. I wanted to finish this. By the way, this is cool, right? This is really cool. And the thing about now, I love this. Marcus sent this to me. I just have to figure out how to put a gooey cube on the top of it. But it is so much lighter than my other staff, Cameraman. I mean, I got a good workout carrying that other staff. You know, because it had about 10 pounds of gooey, stuff on the top. And thank you, Mike, for spending a little time with our friends.
Yeah, you're a dual wielding wizard. You have the staff and the wand.
Yes, absolutely. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. And it is magnificent. Marcus, thank you so much for these wonderful gifts. So we are excited for Genghis Khan. Yes, it's coming.
Yes.
People should be registering
But
right now.
let me finish on
what
the
were you
sale
doing?
first. Okay.
Perfect.
Hold on. Let me
We're
finish.
going to work on this, though, Camera Mandy, so I can make sure that I am well put together now with this marvelous new
We should
outfit.
definitely talk about the Gen Z Con bundle for folks who weren't present at Gen Con.
Sorry about this, all you people out there. I think I'm cockeyed on the.
You are cockeyed. I need to fix it. But let me finish. Let me finish this first, and then we'll fix it.
Damn it, Camera Mandy.
I know.
All right.
Okay, so the Gloom port, this is very important. The Gloom port, we are in the last few weeks of pre-order pricing for the Gloom port.
And this is ridiculous, y'all. Just so you understand, it is extremely expensive to make and put out the Gloom port. And so the price at $100. The cameraman is fixing me right now. The price at $120, which includes shipping, is really such a value. And we're doing this for our friends. This is what we're doing. We're doing it for the people who backed our Kickstarter. We're doing it for our people. But the price is going, I don't know.
It already went up. So hold on.
The snail just fell over, which is okay with me. That's good enough, cameraman.
Okay,
Leave it be.
I gotta just be done. Okay, here's the deal. So we had to raise the price one more time on Darkenhaven. It's living at $199. However, we didn't want to we wanted to make sure everyone still got a good price on it, all of our friends. So it's currently on sale for $150 for the holiday season, and then it's going to live at $199. The cost to produce it physically is $50. So it's just a very expensive box to produce for us. And then that doesn't include the shipping costs and stuff like that. So we had to boost that Darkenhaven price up to $199.
But Camera Mandy, it's ridiculous,
yeah.
Right? And we've got pre-order for the Gloom port. If you pre-order it, you can actually get it for $120.
$120, yes.
Which is crazy.
But yeah,
okay, but that's for you all. Yeah, but that's for you all. I mean, this is for our friends. This is why we're doing it.
Yeah.
It is certainly not where we want to be in terms of what they call a profit margin, but it is good. It is what we want to do for our friends.
Yeah, because of the amount of paper, because of how heavy these two box sets are. And the fact that we have to put extra adventures maps
on the outside.
I know the box.
I'm so proud of them. I can't even tell you.
Yeah. Well, just the box alone for these things is quite expensive. So anyway, we did have to boost that up just a bit. But like I said, we put it on sale so that way nobody felt like they weren't getting a good deal on it for sticking with us. So that's almost $50 off for the Darkenhaven, and then right now the Gloomport pricing is at $120, and that's
like $80 off.
And that's because it's the pre-order price.
Correct.
And we'll send out some more notifications for anyone who's not watching the stream.
But tell your friends, share it with people, right? This is ridiculous. I mean, we want to bring more people to the Goo, as they say.
Yes. I cannot handle this framing that I have on you.
It's fine.
Sorry for starting out with such a
Listen, here's the deal. There's this little thing up here. Mike, hand me that little thing because I can't. Camera Mandy, it's okay.
I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit.
Zoom in.
There we go.
Oh, great. Now you can see my zits. Yes, let me see that little hat.
Okay.
You see this? Yes. The snail hat still hangs around. Yes, I could put it on top of the staff. Look at this. It could be like this, Camera Mandy.
Okay. Anyway.
All right. Let us continue.
Okay. So we still have the GenZCon sale going for these limited editions.
Okay, this is enough commercials. Goodness gracious. We don't do Goo Morning Zyathé to do commercials.
Okay.
We got a bunch of stuff for sale. You should check it out. Tell your friends. That's enough of this. Let's go on. Goodness gracious.
Good. I feel like I'm being shouted at for trying to...
Well, you got the hangover. I can't tell you.
I do not have a hangover.
Camera Mandy, don't deny it. We all know. Everyone knows you were making merry last night, as they say.
I was not making... I had an icy. I had no alcohol.
It's called a spiked icy. This is called a spicy. I just made up a drink.
I don't like this new costume. I've changed my mind. It gives him a lot of attitude.
Oh, I got this attitude, Camera Mandy.
So...
No, it's wonderful. We're going to have a great stream today. Thank you for joining us, my friends. And thank you all for doing this little thing that I think helps us. So you don't know this, but Facebook, in their wisdom, to try to make it hard for people to run their groups, has the only way I can invite people, or if others help me, but usually it's me or Ms. Goo, we have to literally invite our entire group, 50 people at a time. And it requires a scrolling thing that you have to scroll through. It literally takes about 20 to 25 minutes minimum. to invite all the people to our group. It is absolutely silly. I have written to Facebook about it. I have said this is insane. This is just one of the many things. If you ask marvelous Todd Putnam, who runs Creative Adventure Tables, what a pain they make it to run groups. If people don't want to hear from us, they will drop our group. They will leave. This whole idea that I don't know. I mean, we make all this wonderful content. Other groups make all this wonderful content. We have all these wonderful people who come and interact, and all of this helps Facebook. And yet they make it harder and harder and harder to actually run your group. So there's my rant, Cameramandy.
Okay,
I got a little attitude this morning.
I think I can live with this framing here.
Goodness gracious, the snail is over here on the side.
I feel like Devin came into my studio to do a quick.
Oh, he did some things.
Yes, I think he did a funny little video in the studio, and he messed with all my stuff.
Oh yeah, he wore the outfit.
Yes, I don't think he meant to. I think he accidentally touched a few things. Anyway.
Yeah, well, goodness gracious, tell me the audio is working okay.
The audio's
What's
fine.
with the random Sharpies just like
Well, you can't see them, but I'm glad you moved them. Thank you very much. I mean, my desk is all a clutter. That is for sure. It is ridiculously a clutter.
Anyway, our show is
There's
going to
things
be
falling
great
everywhere.
today.
I'm going to put this hat on top of the cube.
What are we talking about today, Alphinius?
Oh, we have many things. So first
Okay.
and foremost, we have a wonderful slide presentation about Guys and Gags because the time is almost up for those of you who want to contribute. Those of you who have contributed, it's okay because you're going to love. I got some new artworks to show in the slides, which I think you're going to love. Can't wait to tell you about the tomb of Guys and Gags. As I've mentioned, it's nearly done. Right now, Luke and I are in the dungeon, Zyathé.
No.
Yes.
Zyathé?
Just because you don't know, Cameramandy.
Okay.
Chat, tell her.
Say it again.
Zyathé.
Okay, so we already get enough grief as it is, I'm just going to say, for the fact that our stuff is not pronounceable.
Chat.
But I know that
Tell
this is some
her,
lampoon.
tell her about, yes. No, and I think I told everybody, right? The fawns, right? We know about the fawns.
Yes.
We talked about that last time. So Luke made this little thing called the fawns, right?
Yes.
And his name is Arthur, Arther.
Mm-hmm.
And he has little friends named Jaoni and Maalfo and some others, right? So if you are old enough, you will remember what that means. But anyway, I'm sure there's some people in the chat that can school you up on why it's called Zyathé.
I'm sure that there's great reasons why it's called
Zyathé. This is a low budget production. If you're joining us for the first time, we apologize for all of the lack of professionalism.
Grandparent says she's not wrong. So thank you.
Oh, yes. Okay. All right. Well,
Just
anyway.
give it a nickname. That's the thing. Call it what you want it, and then give it a really easy to pronounce nickname for the poor game masters.
That's a bad guy in the world of Zyathé. All right. So we're going to do that. We're going to start our Christmas holiday, Kwanzaa, the whole thing, right? The
Winter's
Festivus,
dance. I
Winter's
think we call
dance.
it Winter's dance here at
But
Gooey
we
Q.
celebrate Hanukkah. We're all
Yes.
about all of this, right? We want to celebrate all of these things. We don't want to mitigate one of them or two of them and then uplift one of them. We celebrate them all. If people enjoy them, that's wonderful. Festivus for the rest of us. Yes, all of that stuff, right? And Christmas. We can't forget Christmas because people love Christmas. Okay. All right. So we are very excited. So the whole Winter's Dance thing. And so today we're going to do a little giveaway. And I'm not telling you quite what we're giving away yet. I'm going to tell it over time. But there is a big sock here in Gooey headquarters. Yes. And every so often we're going to put stuff into that sock. And some of the things will be given out as smaller prizes. And then there'll be one big prize for the big winner, or maybe there'll be three big prizes.
I like
for
the
three
idea of
big
this
winners.
big sock. That's fun.
Yes, the big
Okay.
sock. It's actually an ogre sock. We got it from an ogre who we dealt with in a time back. It still has a little scent, even though we've washed it a couple of times.
I also did 10 trivia questions.
Oh, you did for the trivia game. So we're going to start doing this too. We're going to have a little trivia game.
No, we are not starting to do a trivia game. We're doing one trivia game because it was really difficult for me to come up with 10 trivia questions between me and Adam. Now, if you want to do Zyathé trivia,
That's what I want to do.
then
Zyathé
you take
trivia.
Mine is Gooey Cube trivia.
Well, that's okay too.
But you have to take the reins on that because I don't know that much, honestly.
Anyway, we're going to play this game today. You're going to get a chance to
Yes.
answer, and we're going to do hashtags. That's how you'll be able to answer to find out who actually right. That's the way or is that not the way we're doing it?
Well, what do you want to do? Like, you want to give away 10 prizes?
No, this is all part of, people get put into the prize pool now.
No.
Yes, that is
That's
what
not, it's going to happen. Dude, you need to not, you don't run the giveaways. You don't know the
Don't dude
technology.
me, dudes. We are going to put together a nice little prize pool, and we're going to give it away probably on New Year's, in the New Year's time frame, right? Because this is so people have a chance to.
We did not talk about this ahead of time, and I do not approve this message.
Yes, you do.
Because the technology does not support what you want to
okay.
do.
We will assign it. We will assign it to Devin or to Mel to tabulate, so you don't have to tabulate. It'll be fine.
You are crazy, man.
I am not. I am wonderful.
No. Oh my God.
You know what Ms. Goo said? By the way, yesterday was Ms. Goo's birthday, you know.
Oh, that's
Yes.
awesome.
And she has a black eye.
Yeah, I know.
I really want to post it in the Gooey den, but she keeps telling me if you do, I will kick you. Or you write it where it counts. So, but it was a good black eye. Yeah. So, but thankfully, no one was hurt. All right, let us continue. So, what are we to do, cameraman? Do you want to do the trivia right now? You want to do a few trivia questions?
No, because I'm not prepared. I was just going to do trivia for fun. Like,
Well, we can do trivia for fun
yeah,
today.
because I'm not in
All
a
right, we will do
place.
trivia for fun today,
I'm not,
and then we will
okay,
start trivializing.
I am not in a place emotionally.
Because she's hungover. She had too many damn
hungover.
spices. Listen. Whenever Camera Mandy gets a little
Oh my God.
heady achy, she gets grumpy, and not only does she get grumpy, she forgets things.
Oh my goodness.
So she went to see Wicked last night, which was it marvelous?
Oh my God. Okay, so let me just put it this way. My mom.
Cut to you, Camera Mandy, or you and me both.
Okay, fine.
Goodness gracious, why do I always have to direct this show?
I know.
Say hello, Camera
I'm so
Mandy.
stressed out, guys.
And hungover.
I'm not hungover.
Did you do any Alka-Seltzer or Pepto-Bismol?
I
or
didn't need
any-
to because I didn't have any alcohol last night.
Shoogs, Mike.
I know Alphinius made merry last night, so.
I
Oh,
did make merry.
Alphinius
We were
made-
drinking
okay.
hot toddies. Me
Well-
and Ms. Goo.
Okay. So anyway, let me just say this. My mother said she felt like she was 5 years old again in the movie theater watching Mary Poppins.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
I know,
I've heard it's wonderful.
I know
Ms.
you're
Goo
going
and
out to
want
dinner
go.
with her tonight, and she'll probably be gushing.
Yeah, Ms. Goo and I want to go. So
Yes.
so I'm going to try to tell your mom not to tell us any spoilers.
Yes. So but yeah, she just yeah, it was amazing. So Adam, I will throw Adam out. Adam cried. Adam didn't cry at our wedding. He shed one tear. I've seen him cry a total of like 4 times in our entire relationship, not including when he's eaten too much hot sauce. So
And when he's a little drunk,
It
like
is
he
the
probably was
highest-
last night. You know,
you've
been
oh my
abiding.
goodness.
You get a little
Sorry,
tipsy.
yes, we're talking about
It messes
Wicked,
with your
yes.
emotions, right? Has anybody in the chat seen Wicked? Has anybody yet in the chat seen it yet? Because
I don't know, but I'm not giving any spoilers. I
Oh
will
yeah,
say-
no.
I will say my personal opinion was that it was great. It may not be for everyone. So, but if you have, someone to go with that would really love it. I mean, it was really special experiencing it with our people. So that was what was really special for me as well.
Oh, marvelous.
Okay, listen,
All right.
I'm also going to say one other thing. My friend Dory is performing in a play here in Colorado Springs. It's called It's a Wonderful Life radio show. And we in Colorado Springs have a little thriving community,
it's
theater
very-
community.
it's very
that
artsy community.
Yeah, I did not know about this. I really did not. And so I would just really encourage everyone to look into your local theater.
Absolutely.
And the tickets were $5 and it was wonderful. These people put on such a good show. I was really touched. I'd actually never seen It's a Wonderful Life, as it turns out. And I thought the story was absolutely touching.
Oh, It's a Wonderful Life
So-
is magnificent. What a story of redemption, a story of upliftingness, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I love those things, cameraman. I tend to avoid those things that are downers, right? I think there's enough sadness and difficulty in life. I don't need to watch these downer shows. I like to watch the upper shows, right?
I'm going to give one more recommendation. Okay, I'm sorry.
Cameraman,
I'm
this
on a
is
roll.
not a
I know.
theater recommendation
This
show.
is not theater. This is audiobooks or web serials if you're interested in reading. So there's a genre.
I like cereal, cameraman.
Yeah.
I
Well,
like
this-
Captain Crunch.
Okay. Well, web serials are where they a lot of times they put stuff out for free. So I think this entire series is available for free, but it is long. It is Wheel of Time long.
Wow.
Okay. So it's called The Wandering Inn. It is part of the sub genre of fiction called TTRPG lit, which I'm sure a lot of people have listened. So there's things in there that leveling and stuff like that. It is a little meta in that way. However, this author has written just a spectacular series. If you listen to it on Audible, the narrator is like the best narrator I've ever heard in terms of like voices.
Wow.
I mean, her voices like blow me away. The story is beyond phenomenal. Like you think it's going one direction and it goes a totally different direction. And it's it is really about heroism and like overcoming obstacles. And there are really big obstacles in this story. So I cannot recommend The Wandering in enough. And I'm talking like,
Okay, enough.
Hold on.
Everyone knows you like it.
Let me just say though. Okay, you have to have like hours of your life to commit to this thing because like it is like 1,000 hours of audio of Audible listening so
Probably
far.
written by AI.
I doubt that. I really doubt that. Anyway, all that to say, I really love it. And if you have time and want a good audiobook, check it out. So anyway, and
If
it's
you
in
have
the
thousands of hours.
and it's in the genre. It's on like if you're driving.
Audiobook. The Wandering
Wandering
In.
In, yes.
Well done, cameraman.
Huge series.
What time is it?
10:20.
Very good.
Almost time for your nap.
I need to
Anyway.
get a nap, cameraman.
So yes, it's called The
But
Wandering
did the chat?
In
I want to know
by
if the chat
Pirate
watched
Abba.
Wicked. You never even answered that. Did anybody in the chat watch
I
Wicked?
was talking.
I know. We're talking about some obscure audiobook that's going to take people thousands of hours to watch.
Okay. Anyway.
This is what happens when she drinks too much, my friend.
Oh my gosh.
She gets,
I'm
she gets
sorry.
talkative.
If I
Did you have a
can't-
little hair of the
If
dog?
I
that
can't
bit you
use
this
the
morning?
platform of my Saturday morning show that we're on 167 episodes
Isn't that
of,
amazing?
to
170.
promote something that I really believe in.
You can, cameraman.
Okay.
You are empowered.
Thank you.
Did you have a little hair of the dog that bit you this morning?
I don't think anyone's seen Wicked.
Wow.
No one said that they have.
Wow,
So,
interesting.
It just came out yesterday.
I know that was opening night, so I just
Yeah.
wondering who went. Ms. Goo and I want to go. We're excited.
Okay, listen, here's the deal. We're going to do Gooey trivia now.
Let's do a couple trivia questions. All right, so this is Gooey trivia. So this
Yes.
is practice.
Yes.
So this is your warm up.
I mean, are you actually committing to writing trivia questions?
We will get to team. The team will put it. If everyone on the team writes one trivia question about
Okay.
Zyathé, it would be easy,
Okay.
and that'll be fun too because it'll give everybody on the team a chance to contribute.
Okay, sounds good. Who came up with the name Goo Morning Zyathé?
Oh, no one is going to know this.
Well, we've said it before on the stream.
Like 10 years ago.
Exactly. I did do some like obscure trivia. So
Adam.
yeah, Adam came up with that name.
So Adam, this is really aggressive. By the way, you and Adam make up the trivia questions, and the first question is Adam getting credit for making up that we're in Goo Morning Zyathé.
I was trying to think of like actual. Here's one that everyone should know.
So Adam is Camera Mandy's husband and a dear man, and didn't cry at their wedding, but cried at Wicked.
Yes.
So now we know all that.
Who killed Myron the Ugly Troll?
Oh, that's a good one. All right.
Adam came up with that question.
Good job, Adam. So put it, does anybody know? Put it in, and you don't have to spell it right. Put it in the chat if you got it,
The
right?
answer is nobody.
Because in the future, well, technically that's true, but there was a certain event within the scope of Myron's life that we will give credit for either answer, right? But if you know the person, right? Is anybody getting it?
Yes, everyone's getting it.
Oh, that
So-
means they love
Clearly
this.
sung it enough.
Yes. She were a ranger from the west on her way to Prondado. Old Myron come upon her, said, pay or you'll be dead. So Sayavol pulled out her sword and cut off Myron's head. Marvelous.
It's beautiful.
It's been on the top 10 of Zyathé's music chart for like 10,000 weeks.
Yes.
Keep going.
Okay. Where did the first Great Gooey game show take place?
Oh, the first ever. That's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
Wow,
So-
you have to have been around a long time to know that.
I know.
I know, but I was there.
Yes, as was I. So we got Genghis Khan, Gary Khan, Harry knows.
Come on, Harry, put it up there if
He
you know.
did. He did. Online at Gooey headquarters.
It was. We did it
Yeah.
at Gooey headquarters. So in the old days, we were in a warehouse that was originally a family fun center, and we were in the place where they did laser tag, and we had converted all of the little laser tag buildings into offices. The ceilings were 25 feet above our heads. We had planes hanging from the ceiling. Coolest office ever. But the building was sold, and we had to move out. So we miss our cool office. But that right in the middle of that whole thing with all kinds of stuff. Things on the roof. Remember all that, Camera Mandy? I mean, it was on the roofs.
No,
We
I've
had things-
totally forgotten that whole 11 years of my life.
Whatever, Camera Mandy. Whatever.
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
All right.
I didn't mean to be so sarcastic.
All right. So anyway, that is correct. What's the next one, Camera Mandy?
What is the name of Alphinius's pipe?
I have them right here. Does anyone know?
I know we got very quiet.
Come on.
David says apprentice.
But you're on the right track.
So Mikey the pipey. Mike left. So yeah. Frog moth minion. I don't know that people know. Alphinius Goo. That's pretty funny.
Alphinius Goo.
That's pretty funny.
There's been a few Alphinius
Yeah.
derivatives. It's Bartholomew, isn't it? Yes,
Yeah,
Bartholomew.
Bartholomew.
Yes, Bartholomew, my apprentice. Bartholomew. He annoyed me.
Okay, how many gods exist in the world of Zyathé?
Ah.
See, it was not all just giving Adam
That's a
credit.
good one. That's a good one.
Okay, I think Andy got it first.
What did Andy say?
72.
So technically, Andy is correct. However,
Mm.
there are the 9.
Are they technically gods?
8 of them are.
So actually 80. Trick question, guys.
Actually, the question is how do you count the creator, right? And how do you count the 4 lords of corruption? But I would agree that the conventional wisdom and the answer of 72 is accurate.
I was thinking 72.
Yes, well
Okay.
done, Andy.
What year was Gooey Cube launched and what products did we launch with?
Oh, wow.
So,
What year?
yeah, we'll start with what year.
And everyone, some people will know.
Yeah, well,
That's where
David knows. David
where,
got it.
That's where we first met people, right? So
Yeah.
2019.
2019.
Yes, 2019. And we launched at Gen Con.
Yep, we launched at Gen Con. And what were the products that we launched with? I'm wondering if someone will get them all.
Yeah, because you got to it's not just 2, it's 3.
Well, it's pretty easy then. So, there was 3 products in total that we launched with.
That's all we had.
So
Nothing
a lot
else.
of people are saying the Darkest Dream.
Absolutely.
That was definitely one of them. Yes. And then, Harry got Phallus of
Phallus of
Spirits.
Spirits,
And
'cause
there
we
was
did
one
both
other.
chapters.
There was one other product that we launched with.
One other.
I know we're just really quiet when we're like waiting for answers to come through. So
Yes,
I don't
but
know
it's
how.
okay. It's fun.
I don't know how like
Should I tell
entertaining
them?
this
Should I
is.
tell them? Are you liking this chat? If you don't
Yeah.
like this, I mean, it's probably going to be more exciting when people have a chance to win, Camera Mandy.
I mean, if you are committing to taking on,
Well, yeah, we'll have
this
fun with this.
trivia,
We'll have fun
then-
with this. We'll have fun with this. This is going to be because we're going to have a wonderful holiday. You know, we got some people coming on. We got some wonderful plans for the holidays.
David got it. The Weirded World.
The Weirded World. That's
So-
correct. That's absolutely right.
Yes.
Well
Okay.
done. Well
So
done.
yeah, those 3 products. So chapter 1, chapter 2, and the Weirded World.
And if you don't like this, tell us because we don't want to keep doing crap that people don't like.
Yeah,
So just
okay.
just put it in there and say this sucks, Camera Mandy. You and Adam make up terrible trivia questions. Put up things like that.
Okay.
Don't because she's
That's
hungover
fine.
today.
I'm not hungry.
What's the next question?
Last year, I'm putting it away. Last year
What do you mean you're
was
putting it away? Are people saying it sucks?
well. I feel like you thought it sucked.
No, I'm actually having fun with it.
Okay.
If the team likes it, listen, I'm all about the squad. You know.
Chet says it sucks. So anyway, do you want to talk about our social media?
Yes, let's
Okay.
do it. Let's
Okay.
put them up.
Okay,
We had
sounds
some
good.
great ones, and I want to tell you, I got to tell you something. So as I've pondered this, right, and I'm looking at this, and I'm dancing through the days, and suddenly something comes up like this from David Stormer, and I am back, and I'm 17 years old, and my friend, I think it was Greg. I think Greg got it. My friend Greg shows up, and he says, "We're not playing Dungeons and Dragons tonight. We're going to play Gamma World." And all of a sudden I'm a mutant and I've been affected by radiation and all kinds of crazy things. I got things sticking out of my face, you know, and it was magnificent. It was magnificent. So David said his wife found this, yes, I think he did, at a thrift store or something. And it was fully complete except for the dice, which is magnificent. What a wonderful find. What a wonderful find.
I love that.
Yeah, isn't
How
that cool?
special.
You know, I mean, and they did remake Gamma World, but I don't think it went very well. You know, I don't think they did had very much success, but it certainly was fun. Now, of course, you know, we were playing weekly. You know, this is the nice thing about being a kid, right? You can just, you know, play, right? But we were playing weekly, and we just couldn't add another game to our schedule. And we loved our D&D games. So, as I think I've mentioned, Greg would game master sometimes. I would game master sometimes. Even Jim and John would do that. So we had lots of fun as a little group. Dirk, it was great. It was great.
Awesome. I love that. So
Gamma World.
I was not, I don't think, around.
I wonder if there are people in the chat who actually played Gamma World.
Yeah, they have.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Magnificent. Well played, David, and thank
Rick
you for
says
putting
Gamma World, my heart. And Geeky said, love me some Gamma World. And then Rick says, with D&D and Paranoia, I love Gamma World.
Oh, yeah.
So, and
Absolutely.
something called Star Frontiers.
Star Frontiers, yes.
Top Secret, Star Frontiers, Boot Hill.
I still remember Traveler, and Traveler was not a TSR game. Traveler sounded so good, right? It sounded so good at the beginning, and we played it and enjoyed it. But that whole distress call from Beowulf, this is the freighter Beowulf. We are, you know, it's on the box. But then you got into the rules, and it was pretty mathy. So I think some people abandoned Traveler because it was a little too much math. Anyway, keep going, Camera Mendy. I like this. Oh yes.
We'll go through some of these kind of fast.
Yes, but I
Randy did post this
again. I
beautiful
just
castle.
you know I love
If we
these.
lived in a place where there were castles, I think I'd be one of those like me and Adam, you know, as like the child
You'd
free
be castle
as the
hunters.
as the child free dinks that we are. I think that we probably go find a castle to live in and renovate it.
Oh
But,
yeah, I mean look at that.
I mean, we're not moving from Colorado Springs, but
And the
yeah,
thing is,
it
there
is
really
gorgeous.
are quite a few of these abandoned places. Now, some of these are, you know, people are now posting fake, you know, fake
that's
castles and AI stuff. But
Why
I
would
think
you need a fake castle? There's so many amazing.
this one looks
beautiful
real
ones.
to me. This
Yes.
one looks real, but it's magnificent. And of course, again, inspiring of your creativity, which is what we're all about in the den, right?
Sorry, just a cute little kitty cat
Yeah,
with our Mornwood shirt from Rick.
With my marvelous Chet. Chet did the artwork,
Yes.
right? And Rick posted it. Thank you for posting it. And yeah, the Mornwood artwork, we love that. This was fantastic. Raphael put this up. I mean, this.
The tile work is phenomenal.
You know, even Luke commented on this, right? Because it's just this is just gorgeous. And again, now you think, and Raphael put up there the Lost Gaxan Temple of the Blue Suna, I believe is what they said.
Yeah.
And really, really wonderful. Just again, and now you're thinking, right? And this is what I love about the den. I love that you all put these posts up, and I read every one of them. I look at every one of them. I watch most of the videos. Because I am a creative person, and I believe in sharpening your spear. And my friends, I want to tell you this: if you aspire to be a writer, if you aspire to be a designer, if you aspire to be a creative person in any kind of walk, right? Advertising is my field, but if you want to be, you know, an author, if you want to create games, if you want to craft things, sharpen your creativity by exposing yourself to lots of creative things. And this is just one perfect example. I just loved it, Camera Mendy. I looked at it, I went, wow. I made it bigger on my screen. You know, I got that big screen, you know, wow.
Yeah, it is gorgeous. Gorgeous. All right. So this was a question from Randy. Does Zyathé have a cat lady goddess?
Indeed, we do not. We do not have such a goddess. But Jim Hibbs made a wonderful comment on there, and there's other comments as well. We as you know, I've kind of stayed away from the animal races other than the traditional ones, simply because I didn't want to do a repeat of sort of the Forgotten Realms. I love the Forgotten Realms, fantastic place, but we wanted Zyathé to be unique, and so most of the playable races that we are doing, the peoples, are our own creations, and they are not typically based on animals. They're based on other things. And now that doesn't mean we don't have, obviously, you know, everyone knows we have gnolls. I mean, you can't play D&D without gnolls, I think, so as an example. But we just did not go all the way to the hippopotamus people and the elephant people and all of that kind of stuff. Instead, we have the Gurun, and we have the Maroon, and we have the, you know, what's the Fey Marulls, which are soon to come out, right, in as part of the Kickstarter. So, but this is magnificent anyway, just wonderful. You look at it and you think, wow, it's very cool.
I think it's very cool.
Very cool.
Okay. This was a fun question. Or sorry, no, this one was Nova is looking for players in online game for the Red Star Rising.
And I'm going to tell you again, this is another thing that I think Facebook Facebook, they bury it.
Yes.
Right, and they bury it because in their algorithm's mind, oh, this is something you should pay us to advertise, right? And it frustrates the heck out of me, Cameraman D. It frustrates the heck out of me. And so anyway, we're just putting it up here. So
every Sunday, 6:30 p.m. until about 9 p.m. I believe it's through Stacy's server.
Yes, correct.
So.
And they're doing a great job running wonderful games for people. And the campaign is obviously they're in chapter 2. It's a wonderful place to add players. So if you're interested in playing in an online game on Sunday nights for a couple 3 hours, I don't think you can find much better than what's going on with Stacy's server and all that they're doing.
So Rick says, Blue Sky has a great TTRPG tag. I will tell you, we can hardly handle the social media platforms that we are currently on. So I'm not sure it is likely that we're going to end up going to any other one.
But I'm going to speak the truth. There has been more than once that I have thought, I kind of want to abandon this Facebook thing.
I feel you. It's hard because we built an audience over there.
I know, and we'll lose people.
Well, yeah.
And that is the sad thing. So Randy put this up. Randy got Randy won a map, right?
Yeah, he won a map through our TMAP, our TMAP thing. So.
And it's going to look great on the wall. Can't wait. I told him we need to see pictures.
Yeah, absolutely.
And of course, Darkenhaven there. Look at the size of that thing, Cameraman D. You put Darkenhaven in one arm, you put the Gloomport in the other, and you got biceps. Ha!
That's funny. All right. So this was a fun discussion from Sam, and I think it got suppressed, so I want more people to contribute to it. But basically the idea being just a fun thought experiment of a find unfamiliar spell, and basically it's like an animal or like a familiar that does things that are unexpected. Yes. So anyway, I just thought it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
If you have any ideas for this, go throw them up in the chat. We got over here from Lance.
Well, remember, we also got, I want to talk about this in a second, but also remember something really bad happened with Facebook, and we lost all kinds of followers, and we lost, and I think it's coming back now, but for like 10 days, remember, it showed that we didn't have a post up and that we had no engagement, and, and Todd told me the same thing happened to him. And so now we have to battle back because Facebook had some kind of a technical difficulty. They do wear me out, Cameraman D. They wear me out. But anyway, this is a big deal.
I was there when Fleegan 1 says, and then it says February 15th, 2024. So
yeah, do you want to tell the story? Cut to you if you're going to do so.
What is the story?
The story is that we have done the Great Gooey Dungeon Game Show.
Well, Brandel wins all the time.
Probably 8 times, right? Something like that.
Well, I would say that now she's been unseated twice, but before she won 4 games in a row.
Yeah, and Fleegan never won.
It was beginning to get to the point where I was like, maybe Brandel might be unbalanced. But
it wasn't true, but y'all did a great job with that. But anyway, Fleegan just had never won, and Fleegan is the most popular character.
I think that's probably a Game Master issue.
I don't think it's true. See, when she drinks too much, she gets a little cranky in the mornings afterwards as well. So it goes along with the rest of the hangover as a grumpiness. So anyway, but this is Lance.
Or Mikey, would you like to come work the technology for the show so I can just leave?
So Marvelous Lance made this shirt himself. This is not something we have to sell or anything like that, but he actually is going to wear that and bring it. He's coming to Genghis Khan. I hope Howard's coming too. I haven't heard. I need to reach out to Howard and see if he's showing up. Anyway, there's a classic, one of a kind. Oh, look at this.
Speaking of Genghis, okay, yes. So this is for anyone's planning. If you didn't see this post, Wednesday night we have pizza party at Andrew Grover's. Andy did say he'd open his house early, so that way if you want to go over his games, that'll be open for. I'm not sure what time he's planning.
And we're getting all the food. I'm not letting Andy put out any money for food and stuff, right? We're taking care.
Yeah, we
of
always.
All that. Yeah, I know. I just want to make sure.
We take care of Andy.
Andy is too generous.
Andy takes care of us. We take care of Andy.
Andy is too generous.
Yeah, we love Andy. And I'll talk about.
Look, there's Heather and Geeky and Tish, and oh goodness gracious, your brother. There's Lawrence picking you up.
Yeah,
that
was at Goo Done It.
Yes.
Okay. And then Thursday night is the Great Gooey Dungeon Game Show, where we'll see if Fleegan reigns a second time. Then Friday night is Goo Done It. Saturday night is a
Yes.
tournament of Perils and Fortuity. It's had like 3 different names. I think it's on Genghis Khan as the Great Gooey Gamble.
Yes, the Great Gooey. That's fine because you get to come and you get to gamble, right? You
It's
get to
not.
play.
You did not get that. This is why we changed it. It's not official gambling.
You don't pay money
It
to
is-
gamble.
It is game. It is gamified
Yes.
card games.
It's poker. It is like Zyathé poker.
Where
it's totally fun.
Yeah, the chips are just keeping track of the points.
Yes,
So,
yes, it's not true gambling.
Yes.
We could get in trouble. We get arrested. Camera Mendy's always, see how grouchy she is this morning? She's like, we could get arrested. They're not gonna get the gooey gamble.
Just gonna stop talking.
Do not, Camera Mendy. You know I love you. All right, let us continue. This is magnificent. Let us
Sunday
go.
night is drinking and GM chips
Yes,
with
it is.
Alphinius Goo.
I listen. I freely admit I like a good libation, as you know. Like I said last night, I think did I have 3 hot toddies last night, Michael? Was it 3? Yeah, 3. And
Oh
Ms.
my
Goo,
God.
Ms. Goo makes a difficult hot toddy, as they say. We were watching the Warriors game. I am also a basketball fan, as some of you know, and we were watching the Warriors game and drinking hot toddies. It was a good time.
Rick says, I hope to be attending. When will event tickets be available for purchase? For the normal tickets, it hasn't opened yet. Is it
Oh.
not open? I thought everything was up on the website. So I
Check
need-
and see. And
Oh
don't-
wait, Donnie's in the chat.
Oh, Donnie's
Thank you,
here.
Donnie. Donnie's got it. Okay, so badge holders will be late on December 31st. So
Perfect.
okay, so very soon, very soon. Okay. Speaking of Andy, sorry, you put me in a mood, sir. This morning.
I put you in the mood. Camera Mendy,
Yes.
I keep telling you,
I was
do
on the
not
high-
drink so much on whenever you're.
I had some great things happen this week. I cried 3 times. Once at Wicked, once at It's a Wonderful Life, once at The Wandering Inn. I talked about all 3. I was in a great mood coming into the
Are
show.
you not in a great mood still?
Oh my gosh, I have been hammered today.
Hammered?
But not in the way that you
see,
think.
see, she admits it. You have now seen it and heard it right from her own words, from her own mouth. Boozing it up last night, eh, Camera Mendy? Getting a little hammered,
I've been
eh,
hammered
Camera
with your
Mendy?
sarcastic comments. Anyway, listen,
Mike's cracking up over there. He's got the water coming out of his eyes.
you're red with laughter.
I am.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this.
Oh, it's funny.
Andrew Grover. Okay. Speaking of community and some of the things we want to talk about, I want to highlight Andrew Grover, who is wonderful. It opens his home to our community every year for Genghis Khan, who is someone who put together our characters, our pre-generated characters, like worked really hard on doing our pre-generated characters for the events, for like convention events. Andy has done a bunch of proofreading for us. He's a mechanics wizard. He knows, like, he has just a brain for numbers. Anyway, Andy wanted to do something to help the community members. And so we have opened a new channel in the Discord server. It is called Character Builds. And it's basically a place where the community can go through and do like make their own pre-generated characters and put them up for other people to use. So, and Andy will help with character creation in that channel as well. So,
Yes.
because Andy is just a very giving.
And I think that,
Spirit.
he's magnificent.
Yes.
And obviously we have magnificent people all over because Jens is trying to reignite the writers server, which I think would be wonderful, right? And I just, there's so much cool stuff that goes on in this Gooey group, and it was wonderful. It's just wonderful. All right, what's next, Camera Mendy?
David says, new game, take a drink every time Camera Mandy is picked on.
I actually think if you all are up for it, we'll do a drinking game at the New Year's Zyathé.
Cassia says, what would Alphinius be like if you didn't like Mandy? And the answer is, like, honestly, we'd probably just not talk to each
Yeah,
other.
we probably wouldn't.
So
The thing is, you have to understand,
Yeah.
Mandy is an incredibly talented, creative person. And she came out of school at a terrible time, having gone to the Art Institute in Denver, and wonderful creative sensibilities. I saw it right when she came out. She couldn't get a job, right? And she's got these terrible student loans hanging over her head. She can't get a job. And so she starts working for us and does these horrible videos that we had to do hundreds of them
To be clear, they were horrible, but they were just like content generation videos.
Yeah, they were.
They weren't.
It's not that they were terribly done. It was they were horrible in terms of the what she had to do to put them together.
I was right out of college, so they weren't exactly pieces of art.
But we got to do stuff in those days when we were just kind of building our little agency. We got to do the haunted house video. Remember Rachel getting pulled under the
Yes, I do.
Yes, there was some good stuff. There was some good stuff in those days. Anyway, Camera Mandy is as close a protege as I kind of have really in.
I know I'm uncomfortable. I have to take myself off screen, so don't compliment me too much. I don't like it.
And I am proud. Well, especially when you're drunk, because you want to stay in that grouchy, hungover mode, right? So anyway, so it has been a wonderful ride with Mandy for 14 years, and Gooey Cube has been sort of the pinnacle of our opportunity to really express our creativity and be involved with such a wonderful community and all of this stuff. And so I'm incredibly proud of her. I'm incredibly proud of what she's done in terms of stretching her creativity.
You have got to stop. I said,
Mandy, stop talking.
I literally called this episode right in the Gooey feels, but I was intending to make everyone else feel good.
Well, I haven't done my thankfulness yet, so we're gonna do that. I'm gonna do that soon. But I am thankful for you, Camera Mandy.
Well, I am thankful for you as well, because this turned into something.
Are you gonna cry right now, Camera Mandy?
No. Okay, let's do guys and gags.
All right,
Let's do your slideshow.
Now listen, this is it. So we're almost out of time. So get your submission in, my friends. Let's do this. I put this up. We're not going to do this. Some of these artworks you've seen before, but some of them you haven't. But I just want to give one last sort of how do we do this, right? Fun in the Barrowsdale, right? So this is what it's all about. Gosh, I love that image, Camera Mandy. I just love it. I love the tail behind it. I love everything. I'm right in the teeth of making this with Luke right now.
So I got this email. You guys are all being very sweet in the chat. Thank you. They're being very sweet to me right now, and I can't handle it.
It's well deserved. Don't start crying, Camera Mandy.
Thank you all.
Did you
so
take
much.
aspirin this morning? Because aspirin helps with this situation.
Okay, I got this email from Alphinius this week, and he said, this needs to be the cover of the Tomb of Guys and Gax. We're going to have to figure out something else for the environs. Is that official?
I think so. I mean, it really fits with the tomb, and I have other artworks that are magnificent that we could use for the cover of the Guys and Gax box set and the thing. So I've got other things, but obviously we're doing the limited edition, which has those wonderful adventurers on the front cover, and that's the limited edition one. And I really think this needs to be the Tomb of Guys and Gax going forward. I just think it's so. Do you not? I mean, what does the chat think? I mean, don't you think this should be the cover of the tomb? This is in the tomb.
Yeah, let's get a vote. So
yeah, I'd love to hear what you got to think. I mean, this is actually in the adventure, right? It's not in the environs. It's in the adventure. Right.
Harry says multiple covers. And then Chet says this should be the cover. Perthalis said, yeah, it is a play on the old PHB. It should be there. Make a poll. Okay, I can make a poll.
And also, make a poll. And also, while you're doing this, Chet also did a fun lampoon of this in his wonderful style. Do you happen to have that, Camera Mandy? If you can find it when you get a chance. Do your
is there a blanket near you? Or no, that's not on the blanket.
No, but when you get a chance, I'd love to show that. Since Chet's here, I want to show that because I think it's fantastic.
Great poll.
But wait, you go ahead and take us to the next slide so you can make the poll while I'm talking.
Okay, go ahead.
So just so everyone's clear about this, okay, so the Barrowsdale is right there in that center area, but this is all in Vanzentia. And of course, Magnificent Corey helped us make Vanzentia, and that's where the Visavazu and the leg wraps and all this wonderful lore that makes, and this is so important, my friends, when you're creating things, little things do mean a lot. Language matters.
Sorry. For a second. Okay, so hashtag yes, this should be the cover of the Tomb of Guys and Gax. Hashtag no, it should not be the cover of the Tomb of Guys and Gax.
I promise you the environs, there's some wonderful artworks already, and we have more coming. So I'm not going to take away from that. Right. Hashtag yes, hashtag no. All right. So anyway, when you're looking at this, right, this is as you get on the other side of the Mithril Mountains, which you can see running down there, this becomes much more of a dark and fearful territory that is not really super settled. There are Valandian patrols. There are patrols from Vanzentia. There are brigands and all kinds of stuff. So there is a pass that goes through there. I think it's called the Mithring Pass. And it travels sort of behind the Axe Mount, if you see the Axe Mount there, and goes through Mathindel. And then if you see where it says the Barrows there on the other side, and by the way, I just want everybody to know, some people have said, did you only think about Gary when you thought about this? I want you to understand something. I thought about them all. But if you look right above Guys and Gax, there's Arnastun. And we have honored so many people in our maps, and there are more to come in the future when we do Sundestia, as we move forward in these other places. There are more to come. So we're excited. So the biggest settlement in the area that is reasonably close to Guys and Gax is Stridon Shore. But Hasendravel is to the north of that in the mountains, and so is the Gluvoik stronghold, which is down to the south. But generally, the place, as I've mentioned, is fairly open land, a lot of ranching, Quendoof being raised there, Quenda in some cases, which are the larger version of the Quendoof, and then obviously sheep and goats and other sorts of more mundane, what is expected in sort of our world. And then, of course, there's a lot of mining. So Ethholm is really more of an agricultural little village, and Blun is more of a mining town. And we've got some wonderful things going on there. But anyway, this is the place to make your little location. So let's go to the next one and we zoomed in a little bit so everybody could see it a little tighter. But that basically, if you're looking at that, this is really where in the center of that is where we're really talking about. So you have little forested areas. They're more woodlands. They're not thick, huge forests. Mythendale is probably the thickest of them, and it's a very fey place. So there's part of that in Mythendale. But there's woodlands, there's foothills, there's mountains. So, and we'll talk about that a little bit more as we go forward. Go ahead, Camera Mendy.
Oh, I did something. Hold
Of course
on.
you did, Camera Mendy, because when you're a little, under the weather, it's so everyone has seen this marvelous artwork. This is done by Benjo. And it, of course, shows the hut of Raju, who is sitting there with the green striped panther, and Rune, who is the mayor of the village, and Bryphus, who is the captain of the guard at the keep. And these are all homages to certain characters in Gygax's history and the history of TSR. And of course, Ethholm is as well. And we are very excited to bring this to you. I can't tell you the characters. Corey's working on this with us. Josh is working on this with us. And the wonderful characters that are going to be in there. But we don't want you to do places in Ethholm. I just wanted to show it to give you a flavor of the area. So keep going, Camera Mendy. So there's mountains, foothills, and forests, right?
Oh my.
You like that, Camera Mendy? So that gives you lots of latitude in terms of, do you want to do an old mine? Do you want to do a ruin of an old castle on a hill or an old keep or just an old tower that's fallen down? Do you want to do caves, right? Do you want to do something that's out on the sort of the foothills, right, in the plains, like we have Abalon Hill, which is where the plateau is, where Guys and Gax's tower is, right? So you really have a lot in geography. You have a lot of room. There's no oceans. There are some small lakes, smaller rivers. We don't have any huge rivers cutting through this area, but you have a lot of room to move. Keep going, Camera Mendy.
Okay. So I'm going to reopen the poll. Let me just explain mine. So we're going to redo it. So give me just a second and let me explain why. So
she's not really on her game this morning, my friends.
No,
we've already explained why, so just give her some latitude.
I was actually going to say that because we didn't really give them the other alternative.
I don't have it yet.
Do
you want to do it another time? We can do it at another time. We can do it on a future Goo Morning.
I thought the other option was the one that was currently there, which was the 4 adventurers in front of the demon mouth.
No, incorrect. That is the limited edition cover of the Tomb of Guys and Gax. That was made specifically for the limited edition cover.
So that one's going on the limited edition.
Correct. And that, what you just saw right there, was the one that would be on the standard cover going forward.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So now we don't have to do that. We can cut it the other way, but it doesn't matter, right?
Because you got like a 96% or 92%, yes, that.
Yeah, yes, we should do that. It's absolutely right. But we can show, what we can do is, I got 3 different options that are coming for the cover, for the standard cover for the environs. So when we do that, we'll bring it to the den and we'll let everybody have a chance to weigh in on that.
Okay, we will chat.
But I'm glad you all like it because
Yes.
we love it. And we love the tale of the rat and all of the things that have gone on and Guys and Gax. And I really, gosh, I hope you love it. Luke and I are trying so hard to make this thing special.
I have good questions in the chat.
Oh, go.
When is the contribution closed?
Okay, for sure, no later than December 7th, but sooner if you can. We are already editing the ones that we've gotten.
Okay.
So before December 7th, unequivocally, so you've still got time. And remember, 500 words or less. This is for game masters. This is inspiration for them, right? This does not need to be an onerous task. We got a wonderful little reward for everyone who does it, somewhere of value between $15 and $25, probably collectible, right? This is what we do, so it's something that could have high value in the future. And the opportunity to be a part of this wonderful tale, right? So please make sure I want everyone to contribute to this. I'm trying to get them all in, Camera Mendy.
Okay. And then is there a wild heart in the Mythindel forest?
There is indeed. In fact, there are two Fey courts that are there, a Seelie and an Unseelie court. And they have actually kind of joined forces because there is a terrifying thing going on in the Mythindel. And this is part of the environs. So put something in there that might be interesting, but don't try to take on that lore, okay? But if you want to take on something that goes kind of conjunctive with that a little bit, that would be wonderful, right? Like I said, this is about interesting small locations that the game master can then take and embellish upon. And the Mythindel is a very interesting little place, and we haven't talked a whole lot about it. But Ed is working on some things in there. We've had a few people contribute for there. It is sort of a Fey forest. It is probably as Fey or more Fey than the Fey Weird in Zyathé, in the Republic, right at the edge of the Republic.
Follow-up question.
Yes.
Is the wild heart tainted by what's happening in Geisengax?
Both of their wild hearts are being tainted by what's happening in not just Geisengax, but what's going on in the Mythindel. The whole thing is all interrelated. Estrud Krovenloft, can't wait till you see what Paul's doing there with that. And we have had wonderful conversations and how the Krovenloft tale intertwines with the Geisengax tale. And this is coming together magnificently. Patrick's working on A Trouble with Rats with Ed. We have a wonderful group of people working on all kinds of the various little aspects, and which is wonderful for me, Camera Mendy, because this is what I've always believed. I've always believed that you could put together this kind of a thing and give people opportunities to where they would never get them because it's sort of tight, and we're taking that. So anyway, there's ancient ruins, right? There are places where things from the Eternic times are here, right? In particular, this place was sort of the agricultural community, right? The East and West Verdestia, this was where they grew a ton of food for the Empire, right? Because they didn't grow it on Responsia. Responsia was all about just magical, massive castles and incredible towers and magnificent cities, right? And this massive population that was there doing all kinds of magical things. And it was all about the arts and the sciences and technology. But underneath it, it was corrupt and dark, which is magnificent, Camera Mendy. So there are ruins, right? Keep going, Camera Mendy. It's magnificent. Thank you. Isn't that a wonderful image? Yes, interesting localities. Remember.
This looks like Oz.
Looks like what?
Oz from the movie from last night, from Wicked.
Oh, I don't know. It's a Marvel.
I like it.
I think it's a compilation. So a lot of people, when they're doing digital art, they take compilations, right? They take pieces of things, paste them in, then paint over them and all of that stuff. And this has got, I think
like what I like. I mean, this appeals to me. This is 100% my aesthetic.
Yeah, it's a little.
In terms of just whimsical, beautiful.
Yes.
But maybe with something hidden.
But again, it doesn't always. I'll do this all the time. So like in Geisengax, there is a wonderful room that I think people are going to love. And it's really a flavor room because there are some amazing things that are in there that the party can't take.
Oh.
So, but it's really for flavor, right? Because we're trying to establish this incredibly powerful wizard, one of the more powerful wizards in the entire of Verdestia, and wealthy, right? Very wealthy. And we aren't really interested in having our PCs go in there at level 7 or level 6 or level 8 or whatever they are and suddenly becoming, multi-billionaires. So we have to figure out how to at least mitigate that somewhat. And I think
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay. Actually, never mind. I'm going to get us off track if I ask it. I'll
anyway,
ask
intriguing localities, beautiful
Yes.
to behold. Isn't this magnificent?
Yes.
So I'm pissed. Can I have a rant?
No.
A little one. I want because no, it's frustrating.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
So
we're going to be going long, guys.
We
so.
do a lot of searching
Yes.
for, as you know, for stock imagery
Yeah.
that is done by artists. And when you're looking online, even in the proof, right? You know this, Camera Mendy. When you're looking at the proof, it's hard to see true detail. So you have to license the image to actually look at it, and then you discover that it probably was an AI piece. So this is one of them that is an AI piece. And I wanted to talk about this today because I want to talk about what we do when that happens. What we do when that happens is I send this to an artist. And I say, please be inspired by this. You can paint over this. You can do that. But I want to pay you for the artwork, even though I already paid for the damn license, right? So we really end up paying double. But that is what we stand for, my friends. That is what we believe. It is what we care about. It is what matters to us. In fact, I'm engaging in one of our artists who I haven't worked with in a while, who is Anga, who is magnificent, done many of our monsters. And I wrote to Anga and I said, Anga, I just want to be clear, no AI. Don't mess around with that. We use checkers. Please don't do that. And he wrote back to me and he said, Kim, Alphinius, I have actually 2 people that I'm now working with, and they were so enthusiastic and excited when I told them that you support artists, and that is what we do as best as we are able. So, but anyway, it's still a beautiful image. It's just unfortunate that I now have to pay more to make this image fit with our standard. And that's what we're going to do. So, but it's beautiful to behold. It is a wonderful image. It's got a wonderful feel to it and all of that stuff. It's just unfortunate that I didn't check it yet, but I believe it was created by an artificial intelligence artist. So, and this is wondrous, right? This is, this is the
I like this.
Oh, yes.
I'm vibing off these. This is a good image.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Or like not the last 3 especially. Like I love the idea.
Oh, yeah. Well, remember, so people don't know this, but there are 4 pocket dimensions where the wizard would go to repose himself. And this is one of the pocket dimensions because he liked to fish.
Aww.
So this is marvelous.
Very sweet.
So I think people will love that. So the Drundu house is a good example of something that you could do. Now, the Drundu house is going to be a little more expansive than a submission will be. This is a group of adventurers who out sort of in the wilds found a place that they took all their money, they renovated it. It's on the road in the Barrows region. And it basically caters to people who are to travelers. And these wonderful characters are part of it. But this is a perfect example of something that you could do that is not too big, right? That is, a way station, as an example. Again, don't everybody do way stations because I won't be able to put all the way stations in. But this is a good example, and you just love this feel of it. The Drundus are the 2 Gurund there are on the side, but these are all their companions from their adventuring careers, and they came together to make this place. And I love the tale of it, and I love the fact that there's all these characters are being reflected in the world in the Barrows. So again, let's go to the next one. The Strange Hut. So when you are experiencing the Tomb of Geisengax, you're actually going to come to a place where you're going to meet that bronze girl, Jasmine B, her character. And you're also going to meet Rainy Windsong's mother, by the way. That's also part of this. But you'll come to this interesting hut, and there's much more to going on there. But this is another little example of something that could be, again, I'm trying to inspire. I'm not trying to tell you to do this. I'm trying to inspire you. Kishore did this marvelous artwork.
I will be doing a scenescape of this.
Isn't that
one of these days?
And Kishore, he's wonderful, and he has such an interesting style, and he's been working for us for quite a long time.
Nescu, aka David, says Dark Tides Night Part 2.
Oh yeah, we need to do that.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be really wonderful.
We should do that.
Yeah, we should do it as another thing. But anyway, Strange Hut.
We'll add that to the list.
Keep going.
Okay,
the Stone Bridge. So this is a locality. This is what I'm talking about small lore, right? It's just a bridge. But is it, cameraman? Is it just a bridge, right? So Edvard did this piece for us, and this is actually on the plateau on Avalon Hill, and there is some interesting things going on there. And we love, again, I love the style. I love Edvard's style, and he is responsible for most of our maps, but he also loves to do artwork when we have the opportunity. And the Stone Bridge is one of them, and I just can't wait for people to get to run around that plateau and experience it, because I think it's very, very fun. So let's make a tale together, my friends. Let's make a tale together. And let's put that tale out there for the world to see, to honor Gary, to honor Dungeons & Dragons, to be a part of this special thing, and hopefully lead well into the next one that we're going to do, which is the Temple of Existential Evil. Yes, that's the next one. Ha ha! I'm excited, cameraman.
Oh, I think that you didn't mean to. put
No,
in
this
the
is my
slideshow.
thankfulness. No, I put that in there.
Oh, okay.
So this is my thankfulness thing. So I do want to tell you, as this community.
Should I do a giveaway before we start on your thankfulness?
Oh, it's up to you. Why don't we do it while we're doing the thankfulness thing? So why don't we put in hashtag thankful?
I was gonna say hashtag love.
Oh, I like that.
Hashtag
Okay.
love. What are we giving away?
I told this is the beginning of the assembly. We're going to take everybody's names. There's a sock. We're putting the stuff in the sock, and people are going to have a chance to win stuff out of the sock.
So whoever wins this gets entered to win the sock.
No, some of the sock.
Okay.
You don't get the whole damn sock. Let's just be clear. There's gonna
Okay.
This is like the 12 days of Christmas, Cameramendi,
goodness.
or the Hanukkah, right? Is many
Okay.
days. This is what we're beginning. So
This is the sock. Okay.
So on Goo Morning Zyathé, from now all the way through the new year, we're going to do these little hashtag things, and you'll be put into the sock prize pool, right? And the more times you enter, the more chances you get to win, right? Just like we've done before, Cameramendi. We just need to have someone contabulate these.
No, this is a MooBot. This one is a MooBot thing. So
I don't understand what that means.
New move on.
I'm drawing a winner off of MooBot. This is
Well, somebody will win something. I don't know what it is. We'll tell you, and then the rest of the people will be entered into the prize pool.
Do you hear how he tortures me? Guys,
Come on, Mandy. You are tortured because
I
you've
am
been drinking.
so
too.
overwhelmed right now with
We are
everything
going
we
to
have.
we'll get you some help.
And
I
then he's
promise.
like, yeah, okay, because that's really worked out for us the last 5 times we've done this.
It'll be all right. I have
Okay.
a plan.
Oh my goodness.
So anyway, hashtag love. All right. So I am thankful very much for the Goo crew and the marvelous Goo team that is working so hard to get out all of our stuff, assemble these things, right? Put all this together, get us ready for conventions, all the stuff you're doing, cameraman, trying to get a sale going so that we make a little money here over the holidays. And tell your friends about us, my friends. We need help. It's very hard to make a company like this. It's a labor of love, but it is very difficult. So we always need help to spread the goo, as it were. And I'm so thankful for the efforts that people are putting forth, and I'm excited for the holiday season. I'm excited to go out with everybody. We do this kind of stuff, we go out together and we have a libation. I know you don't want to hear about that, cameraman, given the sort of pounding that's going on inside your head, but
Yeah, it's the alcohol. Although the chat is once again, I don't mean to get sympathy from the chat. You guys are so sweet. So whenever I say something like that, I get an outpouring of love from the chat, and then I feel horrible.
but we
Yeah.
have just a wonderful little group here, and Gooey Cube pays their salaries, and that is important, and it is very important to me. It's very important to Mike and Colt that we continue on and keep doing what we're doing. And as I've mentioned to you all before, thank you for the support of Guys and Gags. It helped us tremendously, and I'm very thankful for all the people who supported us with Guys and Gags. That was magnificent. I can't wait to have you see the stuff. I do believe, again, like always with our thing, that you will look and say, wow, the staff was almost ready to fall over, cameraman. I had to catch it. But I'm very thankful for that. I'm also incredibly thankful for the Gooey community. When I think about Matt and Whitney, I think about Casey, I think about all the folks who GM for us, right? I mean, Chris and Lance. Is Lance going to? Lance, I think Whitney reached out to Lance, wanting him to GM for us. Amber, and just you go on and on and on, and you have Sean, and I know I shouldn't name people because then I don't name 20 others, right? But you all are so magnificent and so appreciated. Being a part of this and actually making something that really is, I think, unique and special in the world of TTRPGs. It is a tremendous amount of effort to do the things that we do, rather than just making stuff like most other folks do. It is a tremendous amount of cost to make the artworks the way we make them rather than doing what most others do. And I'm so thankful to the community for supporting us. And I appreciate you all, not just for that, but also because you write things and bring your creativity to this magnificent thing we call Gooey Cube. So lastly, of course, cameraman, I'm thankful that our family is recovering from our difficulties. And I'm thankful that we have a new baby in our world, little Amaya. And I am thankful that the new year is coming and that there are so many wonderful and exciting things on the horizon. So, my friends, I'm truly thankful for each of you, and I cannot tell you, I've made so many good friends. No, it's good,
Me.
cameraman.
No.
Look, I'm right there on the screen. Right next to you.
There we go.
And I'm very thankful for Gooey Cube would not be without you.
Yes.
And it is the truth. And I might get teared up myself right now. So, but anyway.
I have a list I'd like to.
Oh, did you do a thankfulness list?
Yes. Well, okay. And just to be clear, I cannot list everybody who is so unbelievably helpful. It's just impossible. The people I'm about to list are people who have made the game room possible.
Yes, because
without these people,
all of our games
would not.
Yeah.
So, Casey, Mark, Whitney.
Mark is magnificent. Yes.
Yeah.
Matt Whitney, yeah.
Pam
is magnificent.
Corey, and
Mhm.
I already gave a big shout out to Andrew Grover, but Andy, who has not necessarily like in terms of the infrastructure of the game room, but in terms of helping us with the pre-gen.
Well, and also
and all of the other
the game masters
and,
too, right? I mean,
well, yes, obviously,
and our EOs
yes.
that I mean, it's just wonderful when you get these surveys back from these conventions and people say things like the Gooey game was the best game I played.
Oh
The
my God,
Gooey-
it switched to me again.
The Gooey, that's okay. I'm right there on the
No,
back
I don't
screen
like
right there.
that.
So the Gooey game people were so nice to me. The game was fantastic, right? All of this stuff, to hear that, right? And to I just take so much pride in it. It feels so good to have that happen. So
David says Lawrence is getting snubbed.
But Lawrence works for
For
us.
us,
Right?
I know.
So
These are the people who don't work for
I
us.
think I gave
Yeah.
the Goo crew a good,
Yes.
good shout out there. So yes.
And we love Lawrence, obviously.
Oh yes,
so,
of course, and Mel and Devin and
yes.
and goodness, the magnificent technology team and Mikey
Yes.
and Riley and Alexandra who've been busting their butts, and Carrie and AJ are just trying so hard to push out things so that we can finish the Geisengag stuff on time. And I mean, it was wonderful. I mean, we are truly blessed, and I'm truly thankful, cameraman.
Yeah. Andy says, I am thankful as a customer for Lawrence, Iad, Mel, and Riley.
Yes,
and,
fantastic.
Absolutely agree. So,
Yes.
sorry, the people I was shouting out were people who don't officially work for Gooey Cube, who give a lot of their spare time.
Yeah.
And I mean, we do have a contract with them. We do pay them, but I know we don't. We try to, but they don't put all their hours. I know they don't. So
Liars.
I know.
Misrepresenters.
They're
Fabricators.
There are people who just love what we're doing, and there are so many people out there though that like the list would be.
I mean, we're rolling. I think we're rolling towards.
I think
100.
we've already been. Huh?
We're rolling towards 100 contributors now for Guys and Gags.
Oh,
and maybe
wow.
more. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
rolling towards that. So, again, that's thankful for all of those, because I love being able to put those into the world rather than just being, 3 people in a phone booth making this whole thing. I love the idea that it's made by the community and not just by a few of us. It's
Mhm.
wonderful.
Yes, and Josh, of course, we thank you and Kaya and all the editors of Gooey
so
Cube.
much effort,
So
right?
yes,
Yeah,
like I
man.
said, we couldn't possibly list everyone. Even like last week, Darren came in and was helping with the wheel, Kismia's wheel, trying to get
Yeah,
Kismia's
Darren's
wheel.
down there fixing
his
Kismia's wheel. for
Yeah,
us.
I mean, there's so many small little acts of kindness. Lindsay and Edward, who came and helped us package stuff for and Strange Fate Crafts as well,
Oh,
coming
yes.
down and helping us package stuff for Gen Con. We could not do this. We are trying something massive here, and even with adding staff, we take on way more than we can handle, and we couldn't do it without.
I mean, yeah, no, I
without
mean,
the
it's wonderful. It is a fun and wonderful thing, and hopefully we do a good job giving fun back. And of course, Marcus, thank you for my marvelous accoutrements, so that Ms. Goo will no longer call me disheveled. I appreciate that more than you know, and I am excited to wear this at Genghis Khan, which Marcus is coming to, I believe, right, for the first time. Yes, and others are coming to.
Oh, Marcus is coming?
I believe so.
Oh my goodness,
I
I'm
believe
excited.
so. Rick is coming, I think, for the first time. We're excited for that, and I think quite a number of others. So it's going to be a fun time.
Okay, I drew the winner. So here's the deal, winner. We are going to give you a, what do you think?
We will make this. We haven't said anything yet. We have told we would not.
We should.
Why do you always want to give away? You are going to win something from the sock. All right. We will start talking about the sock on the next Goo Morning Zyathé.
Oh my God.
Camera Mandy, when you get a little tipsy, you tend to want to, you get blabbermouth. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah, I understand.
So you're going to win something from the sock, my friends, and we're excited to provide you with the sock.
So congratulations to Silas Lord Twist, who is going to win something from the sock.
From the sock, yes. And I promise it won't smell too much like ogre foot. Is that it, Camera Mandy? Are we done for the day?
I'm done.
My friends,
Time for drinking.
let us go have some libations. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. I'm excited. We're going out tonight for Ms. Goo's birthday. I'm going to spend the afternoon working on Tomb of Geisengacks, and then all day tomorrow. And with a little good fortune, it might be done tomorrow, Camera Mandy. I just need to get on a roll and not get 14 phone
Just knock
calls.
on wood.
No phone
Knock
calls.
on wood.
Quiet Sunday.
Well, I promise I won't call you after the show.
Yes. Well, you all have seen my pictures, right? I sit out in the backyard and I smoke cigars or pipes and drink coffee, and the nature is all around me, and it is just for me, it is my respite, right? It is my place, and being there without having too many interruptions, I can churn out a little bit of work. So I've been playing with the pocket dimensions because they're degrading. By the way, the pocket dimensions are degrading because the staff of 7 shards has been torn asunder. It's been broken into pieces, and so the staff of 7 shards is broken into pieces. So the pocket dimensions it created are degrading, and things are coming through. Camera Mandy.
Oh my goodness.
Ah, yes, it is exciting.
Everyone have a great holiday week. If it is a holiday week for you,
I
wherever you are.
I hope everybody got a
Is
day off. I
everybody-
hope everybody
well,
gets a day off.
I'm
Camera
saying
Mandy.
from, well, I don't know if we're watching anyone internationally. is
Oh, that's
watching.
true. Yes,
So,
they might not do the
yes,
Thanksgiving.
in
thing
America,
yet.
it's a holiday week coming up here.
Big,
So
this is a big week. A lot of people take this week off. It's going to be quiet at our offices. I know. I'm excited for that because it gives us some room to move and do some things that we need to do. And yes, much to be thankful for. Enjoy your thanks. We do thanks after giving. You know that, Camera Mandy, right? Because we let all of our kids go to their in-laws' places on Thanksgiving, and then we do thanks after giving so that we can have all of our family together at once. So we celebrate on Friday.
well, we will be back on Saturday. So
We
we will
will.
do a holiday.
A little probably
episode.
thicker around the middle, Camera Mandy.
Probably.
Yes, and in your case, hopefully not too, because it will be the day after. I just watch the libations, keep it under control.
Mm-hmm. Okay, everyone, have a great weekend.
Have a wonderful time. Enjoy yourselves. Have a wonderful week. Much love, my friends. May all your adventures and your Thanksgiving be sticky. Ha ha!